Bobcat has, developed those fully electric systems that have removed hydraulics. So what do you guys maybe foresee as the future for hydraulic systems and mobile equipment applications? Are there still going to be use cases or what are the benefits of, moving to those full electric systems? You were
Yeah,
sort of touching on that before, but
yeah,
maybe going into, what
sure.
are those advantages and how do you see maybe the two still fitting into the
Yeah,
future?
yeah. So I think it's both. Yeah. I mean, we're certainly, our roots are in hydraulics. We got a lot of hydraulics engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer by education. So we really understand, fluid power and motion really, really well. The however is in some application using electric actuation in whatever form or fashion just provides some different efficiencies, maybe some different information, as I pointed out. We can know the position of the cylinder, we can know the current. And so those are really important. So just as an example, the tilt on the front of our loaders on the electric, we know when there's a current spike with that electric actuator. And so actually when we hit that spike, we can back off. We can back off that motion. And so we can prevent damage to the machine. Can't do that with a hydraulic. And so those are the types of things that I think we're going to see. Even with the all electric platform, I think it's really opened up the eyes of not just, for us internally, but across the industry around how can we use electric, types of electric motion rather than hydraulics in some certain places. It just makes sense where maybe you don't need that. And the complications of running hydraulic lines in a block and all those other things and oil to get there is there some things you can do with electric. And so I think you're going to start to see that.
Mhm.
Clearly, a lot of our suppliers, which I know are suppliers from some of our competitors, are asking us questions, are working on it. So I think you're going to start to see more of that. You're going to start to see more of that in agriculture also, because it just makes sense to remove potentially some of those items in there. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, I think you're going to slowly see it along with us having some all electric products, which just allow us to do so many different things. Like another feature, you hit a button on a joystick and you get automatic bucket shakeout. And you can violently shake the bucket to get removed material. Again, you can't do that as easily on
Mhm.
a hydraulic machine. So just again, finding those places where you can just add some value along the way. But it's going to be both. But I think we are going to start to see more electrified types of components come into linear motion and actuation on these vehicles.
Mhm. Do you maybe foresee the kind of maybe the combination or marrying of the two working together in machines as well? I mean, we've been hearing, there are some instances where you have these hybrids of, that traditional mechanical and the electric. Do you guys see some of that coming to fruition as well, or?
Yeah, I think it's all possible, right? I think it's just a matter of it goes back to how efficient you want to make, you want to make a particular operation on the machine. And what are those combination of things? There's hybrids out there, right? There are people that are running a small engine with a battery pack. And then, being able to electrify certain portions of the drive, let's say, because it just made it more efficient. They had more control or even more torque, if you're going direct drive. And so I do think there is going to be a combination of those things that you'll see on different types of equipment.
So maybe besides electrification and automation, are there other key technological areas in which Bobcat is focusing for, sort of its innovation roadmap or areas it sees that might be good opportunities on the technology side to invest in the future?
Sure. The other pillar that we talk about is connectivity.
Mm.
And the connectivity, not just telematics, we've already commercialized that, but we think of more connectivity to the operator, to the machine, to their work site. So what we showed at the CES show was this really cool TOLED screen that was embedded in the front glass of the door of one of our loaders, and it's transparent.
Mm.
So you can still view through it, but then information can be on it, like a video. There could be a camera view, worksite features, but then we can also incorporate augmented reality type features. So we could embed, let's say, what the utility lines are on the site. And as you drive the site, you can see those in augmented reality. in real spatial. So again, these are cool concepts. They're not commercialized. They're going to be commercialized yet, but that's the possibility. And then being able to show grade and elevation. Like one of the things, obviously, for construction is really important is grade and elevation.
Mm.
And if we can show grade and elevation within that screen or automatically within the vehicle, without a lot of sophisticated equipment, that would be a real win again for customers for going forward. So those are some really cool technologies in addition to electric and the autonomy.
Mhm. Okay. And so maybe just what are some of the technological developments or advancements that you are most excited to work on or that you see coming into the market in the coming years?
Well, I'm the tech guy, so I'm excited about all of them. I think it's just starting to see some of these things in the job site. Just whether it's some electrified product or whether it's something that has some of the autonomy features, like seeing this collision warning and avoidance system and associated with the radar, I think is really exciting. And then just to see how people experience it against, and these are all totally new technologies. To me, the thrill is seeing the customer's eyes light up and the smile on their face
Mhm.
when they've tried one of these and they go, "Wow, I can't believe I just drove that and that machine did that." That is what we're looking for. Incremental changes and improvements have been happening a long time on our equipment and competitor equipment. We want to make the big leap. We
Mhm.
want the wow. What's the wow that really inspires a customer to say, yeah, there's something here. And again, it may not be perfect at first. That's okay.
Yeah.
But if they understand the concept, where we're heading, and they can help us to formulate it further or refine it, we're all good. We're all good with that. But I want to see their eyes light up and the smiles come on their face when they drive.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today and provide some
Yeah,
insight into some of the technological developments Bobcat's been working on.
sure. Yeah, glad to do it anytime.